And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Chicago Bears. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Man, I got you. You go tight. 80 weapon. You got tight.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Thompson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
First down. Ready? Check 56. Alert. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 4. Slam. Jam. Watch out. Yeah.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch them?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 33. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Check 37, check 37. Watch twitch. Watch random. Check. First down. Alert, 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 alert.
First down, a run with Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, I-7.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Robinson's got it. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Riley Ridley with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This is Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
61, match.
Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Good footwork at the 30. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 15-yard line. Trubisky now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Two draw Corker. Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
Now Trubisky to throw. The quick slant caught. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest...
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down. He's got it complete to Thompson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
18. Protein spill.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Pass. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
They'll throw now on the final play, eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, pick your game up. Tighten up. Red, up. Hey, look, 3. Rush in.
Trubisky will throw. It's caught. It's Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
First down, Bears.
Trubisky now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Hey, Steve 6.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Riley Ridley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Bears push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 31. Hey, alert. Switch. Alert.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Flush to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Choke. Hey, 18. Move. You got tight right there. Watch twist. Lock in. Watch twist.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He's got the hook up to Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now it's Trubisky. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
56, Mike. X3, 218, chopper. Ran, top. Check. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The kick by Bryant is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. To Thompson on the draw. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll set up to throw. He'll buy some time. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On second down, it's Cohen, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On second down now, it's Cohen. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Trubisky. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Trubisky to throw. He finds Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now it's Trubisky. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Chicago, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.